So you missed the viral. You missed the viral right now. Tell me how many views you did when you put out this story about Tory Lanez and Rock Nation, because you said a lot of crazy things, and I don't want to tell people what you told me. I want you to tell the people.
It's at about, I don't know, 13, 14 million impressions on that one tweet. Mm-hmm. Then if you count all the other, media outlets that picked it up and the TikToks and, the Instagrams and the other Twitter accounts, probably 100 million, easy.
So what made you wake up, right, Uncle Murda? Mm-hmm. We was thinking, what made him wake up and want to troll today? Because it seemed like, is it trolling or what is it? What is it to you, Murda?
It seemed like Vlad is trolling. I think you're trolling because I'm like, this can't be true. I don't see these guys paying him to do all of these things. But it's everywhere right now, so everybody want to know. And I'm glad you gave us the exclusive interview and all that, Vlad. Thank you.
So tell us, because I thought you was hacked. I said Vlad got to be hacked or Vlad is trolling. So get into the story with Rock Nation and Tory Lanez, the biggest thing on the internet. Let's get into it on The Real Report.
All right. So I've been talking about the Tory Lanez Megan situation right after it happened. And as the information came out, and as, Megan said that I'm going to testify, I've quoted you a lot. If you have someone that you shoot and they get on the stand and say, you shot me,
right,
and this woman on top of that, there is a very slim chance you will beat that in trial. You might as well just plead out. So as they're going back and forth, and he's antagonizing her and, she's responding and everything else like that, I start saying in my interviews, Tory's going to jail. And everyone's like, oh, you're a hater, whatever. And I'm like, look, based on what I see, he's going to go to jail. He DM'd me, trying to figure out what I know, calls me a cop, whatever else. That's whatever, man. I'm
so
not
Tory Lanez DM'd you and called you a cop? I never knew this.
Yeah, he did
Free
that.
Tory,
that's whatever, man.
Free Tory Lanez.
I don't care about that. I think Tory Lanez is a dope artist.
Definitely.
Vlad have been called all type of names.
What was that?
I said you've been called all type of names.
All types of names. All types
I
of
agree.
names.
I agree. Vlad is my friend, though. Vlad is my friend. He's my guy. He helped me with a lot of stuff with learning about this podcast thing, and he never really hated on anybody from what I see. Now, does he pick on people sometimes? He doesn't know. He does, Murda. Yeah. And it's cool. And this time you're picking on Rock Nation and Tory Lanez. Well, not Tory Lanez, just Rock Nation.
No. I'm not even picking on Rock Nation. So basically, leading up to the trial, I was one of the only people in hip hop media that kept saying Tory's going to be found guilty and he's going to go to jail. That doesn't make me a hater, doesn't make me a snitch or a cop. It's just based on the public information. I was following the trial. I'm like, he's going to go to jail. And everyone, whenever I did a poll on Twitter or, YouTube, 80% of my viewers said, no, he's going to beat it. He's going to walk away. She's lying, whatever.
I predicted it too. Not to cut you off. I predicted it too. Remember, I said it to you. I said, when you got somebody that's saying you shot them, I don't know. The case is not looking.
It's not looking good, right? Mm-hmm. So lo and behold, he gets found guilty and he goes to jail. Mm-hmm. And he files an appeal and the appeal falls through. And you think that that's the end of it. But constantly you see all this news footage that keeps coming out where it's like, yo, no, she never got shot. He actually had a press conference, like his lawyers had a press conference that said he didn't shoot her. Kelsey was shooting the gun and he hit her arm. The gun fell to the floor and fired twice. And that's how she got hit. Now, listen, man, I'm not Nicholas Irving, the Army sniper, but I have handled guns throughout my life. And I can tell you, if I threw a gun on the floor 1,000 times, I don't think it would fire twice.
That don't sound too believable, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
So that morning, a bunch of Daily Loud and a bunch of other Dama's News, I believe, and a bunch of other media outlets that I follow starts running this video of Tory's lawyers saying that Kelsey's bodyguard has come forward and said that Kelsey's the shooter, not Tory. And everyone's going crazy over this footage. And I'm looking at this going this is from last May. This already came out almost a year ago. The appeal went through and it didn't happen. The appeal was struck down. And so I posed this. I'm like, yo, you're an idiot to think that this is somehow news and that this is somehow going to overturn this. And people in the comments, yeah, but Rock Nation, they bought off the jury. Now, Rock, it's really Jay-Z. Because remember, Tory's dad, after Tory was found guilty, went on this whole rant where he was screaming about Rock Nation and Jay-Z in the courtroom and everything else like that, right? So I said, okay, listen, Like, this has gotten so stupid at this point that I'm going to just do a tweet where I'm going to take every conspiracy theory around this and just list it one after the other. I got paid by Rock Nation. Jay-Z paid off the jury, and he paid off the judge and did a verse for the judge's grandson. Right?
Oh, God.
And he paid the Mexican dude to stab Tory in prison. And he paid off the doctor to say that she got shot when she really wasn't. And he paid off everyone else. Like yo, and I'm like, okay, this is so stupid that no one's gonna believe this.
So you're saying the internet does what it does best: twist stuff up, change the conspiracy theories. But you know why it's trolling? Because you had to know some of the Jay-Z verse was crazy, but him getting stabbed by Rock Nation and all that might be believable to some people.
It might be believable. It might be believable. So you mean to tell me that Jay-Z, where he is in life right now, right? He's a billionaire. He's considered one of the greatest ever. He's going to risk all that to pay a pedophile, a Mexican pedophile, to do a murder in prison over a guy with who's antagonizing an artist that's not even a big priority to Jay-Z.
But Vlad, you're a credible. Listen, you're a credible source to the culture. Yes. So people are like, a lot of people are like confused from what I'm hearing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of. It's just coming from you. So people don't know if you're hacked or you was trolling or.
I was not hacked, man. I was trying to prove a point, and I proved it. That no matter
trying to prove
whatever stupidity you put out there, there's going to be millions of people that eat it up, and I was right. No matter how stupid it is, no matter how totally unbelievable it is, there's going to be someone that eats it up. And look, millions of people ate it up. Millions. I proved my point. Did I prove my point?
You definitely did, because people ran with the story and it definitely went viral. That's why we got you on the Real Report right now. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And we get to everything that's real. So where do we go from here? Because you're a credible source. You're part of the culture, Vlad. So people like, what are you hearing? How people are calling your phone? What are they saying?
And I want to know, Vlad, how do you feel about people like, because you cool as shit, right? But how do you feel about people saying you're a culture vulture too, Vlad? This the Real Report, so we really want to know.
Vlad doesn't care. He has a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen.
But I want to know how he really feels about that, though. Because he's been a part of the culture for so long.
Very long.
So for people to say that, how do you feel about that, Vlad?
Yeah. I mean, what's interesting is that the both of y'all, I was like doing interviews with the both of you before Vlad TV.
Yep.
You guys are part of Vlad's DVD era.
Facts.
For real. So you guys know how far I go back. Man, I don't care about that. Every white person in hip hop is called that at some point. You know, Steve Rifkin gets called that, and look how much he's contributed. Take Leo Cohen out of hip hop, and you would have a very different hip hop. People don't want to admit that, but there's a reason why he became president of Def Jam, and then the head of YouTube Music. He had he was president. He was a chairman of another. He was chairman of, I think, Atlantic at one point. Like, I may be getting it wrong, but it's like, I'm fine with being called that. But, at the end of the day, it's like, at what point do you just say, we have to use our common sense? What's interesting about that particular tweet is that there's probably maybe like at least 100 replies where people are asking Grok, is this real? And every time Grok says, no, it's parody, it's sarcasm.
Right.
So AI knows sarcasm better than human beings now.